Hello again, everybody. It's Thursday. It must be Thursday because I'm here making a video. Now, what can I say? It's my middle son's birthday today. Happy birthday, Chris. And we're going out for dinner tonight. So I've recorded this a little bit early, so there wasn't any dramas. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, it's Jill Lancet. This is my online store. I have a new host code for the month of February. That's that series of numbers and letters right there. And please like, subscribe and share. It really helps my channel if you can do that. And I'd be very grateful. Thank you so much. Now we are in the middle of Sale-a-bration. It ends on the 29th of February and you can get free stuff. You earn free things. You choose what you'd like for a qualifying purchase, either $90 or $180. If you spend $180, you can take one $180 reward, or you can choose two. This is a $180 reward, and this is a $90 reward. You can see this and this in my online store, so go over there and have a look. You can download these and put them on your desktop and you'll have them there for eternity until you delete them. Yeah, so the mini catalogue, it finishes in April, so we've got this for a little while, but I'm using a free paper and it is the beautiful Flight and AIRY paper, and we're using a stamp set from the annual catalogue today, a stamp and die set. And I want to jump straight into this. I saw this actually online in the Stampin' Up online website. What do you call it? I don't know. Anyway, I've tweaked it a bit. Of course I have. I've tweaked it a little bit. And I just want to get started. I just want to tell you what we have here. So this is Misty Moonlight, and it is a standard card. Now, if you've not seen these templates, you can request a copy of these where you will get the US letter size and the A4 metric size, and they are referred to as mat 1 all the way down to mat 10. And if you have used both of these, you can use both countries' card tutorials, because you can just go along and find out what size they say it is and find the corresponding mat in your size. So this is our standard card size, whatever country you're from. This is your standard card size, and it is a tentfold. So I've cut this in half and then scored it in half again, and we have this beautiful tentfold card, and it is in the beautiful, beautiful Misty Moonlight. Now, I've got a bit of stamping, I've got a little bit of watercolouring, and this is the stamp set and die set that I'm using today. It's called Gorgeously Made. Look, I say this about every single stamp set, but when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. Simple as that. So I'm using just this die. I'm using this die and this die from the set, and I'm using this stamp here, You're a Great Friend. I'm also using a stamp from it's almost a retired product at the moment. Let's Celebrate. It's the Splendid Thoughts. Hopefully it's still in your clearance rack in your country, but have a look. It's a beautiful stamp. I love this stamp set, so yeah, that's never going away. Okay, so we've got a couple of things. Now I have cut everything out. I've got everything ready to go. Yeah, I don't want to hold you guys up, and I want to get to my son's birthday celebration dinner as well. So I have here our card base. I have a piece of the beautiful Flight and AIRY, and I'm using the back of this one, and it is in size mat 1. So whatever your country's matte one is, you'll find that size on that template. These are free. Shoot me an email at tilly2145@gmail.com. Request the template for the mattes, and I'll shoot that back to you in PDF form, and then you can make up your own set of templates if you wish, or just use the measurements. Totally up to you. So this is card mat number 1, and it's going onto our card like that. So just like that. Now the next piece we have is the same size, and it is just in basic white, and that's for the inside of the card. And we're going to put a sentiment on there, and a little scrap of the beautiful Lost Lagoon. We're going to use that. I've got a piece of basic black. It is 8.3 by 12.6. Now this is not a standard matte. Okay, this is a matte size. This is matte 5, and I have just made this 3 centimeters, or probably 1/8 of an inch bigger than matte 5. I just wanted that tiny little black border around that. This piece of our Fluid 100 watercolor paper is the same size as our Lost Lagoon piece, which is matte 5, but I've cut the top with this gorgeous die, and we're going to do something else with that in a minute. I had a scrap of the watercolor paper left, so I cut out the beautiful label die that comes in with that set, and of course I've cut out this beautiful leaf in black, basic black. So that's all you need. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping first. I want to stamp a message onto this little, it looks like a torn label. I love it. I love it. I've got my Memento tuxedo black here. I'm going to stamp "You're a great friend." So just come with me while I do that. Stick around and see how much of this I mess up. Hopefully none. Hopefully none. Look, I've got to just got to line that up. Now I can't see exactly where I am, but I hope that's in the middle. It looks straight to me. And you know what? It doesn't matter, because it's meant to look like it's a bit torn and whatever. So we'll do that. We'll do our sentiment in the inside of the card, which is let's celebrate. I'll just take this stamp off the block and put this one on, and I'm doing it in the same tuxedo black. Let's just check that that's all linked up. I really love this stamp set as well. So we'll just pop that there. That looks reasonably straight to me. No rocking, just holding that down so that the ink will absorb. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Put that away before I make a monumental mistake. Now, I have under here the glass mat. Now, you can only get this glass mat if you join. It's the joining offer at the moment. That is also on my online store. So if you want to have a look at that, go for it. Now, I have over the top of it this very thin plastic desk protector, because I'm really aware of the lights glaring on this. So I'd like to have that over there. It just mutes the reflection that you guys get. So that's done. That's done. And now we're going to do some beautiful watercolouring. Now, I'm old school. I mean, I've been around a long time, longer than I probably care to admit to. But this is some Pool Party, and I'm just putting that on the mat. And I'm going to just use a paintbrush. You don't need fancy things. I just use a paintbrush. Now I'm just dipping that into some water, and I'm swishing this around on here, and I'm just painting that. I just want to paint that like that. Now this is a very, very, very pale colour, so I'm going to put some more down and pick another little bit up. And I'm just going to repeat that. Now I'm doing about a third of this. Doing about a third. So I can keep adding ink until I'm happy with the depth of that colour. And I kind of want it to be a little bit darker down towards the bottom. So just picking that up now and putting that on there. Yeah, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. So you can see it's a little bit darker down the bottom. Now, when you get this mat, when you join, you can choose this mat and you get a little silicone tray that you can mix your inks or hold your ink pads on, and you get this really good squishy, soft, pliable cleaning cloth, and that's exactly what you use it for, to do that. Now the second colour I want to put on is the gorgeous Lost Lagoon. Now this one you'll probably see a little bit better, and again I'm just adding some water to that and I'm just swishing that around. Now I want to mix them, so, and look, I'm doing this without too much thought, to be honest. You can see the graduation in the colour. Oh look, there's a little bit of white. Yay! Yay for me. I love that. So I want to put a bit down here, a bit more down here. Now, if I had forethought, I would have another piece and I would be smushing that down. Do I have another piece? Yes, I do. I have another piece of watercolour paper. I'm just going to soak all this ink up before I actually clean it. Look at that. How wonderful is that? So that's a potential background piece. So we'll just pop that there, give this a wipe, and we're going to go into our darker colour now, which is the Misty Moonlight. And a little bit of water here, and we'll start mixing those together. I'm going up into the previous colour, which was the Lost Lagoon, and I'm just picking up the Misty Moonlight. And I might actually want another little bit towards the bottom, just a smidgen dark, just a bit darker. Too much water. Sometimes it's a bit hard to gauge. Look, that's good. I'm happy with that. Now, I'm not wasting this. I'm going to put a bit of water on there, and I'm going to pick this up as well. Would that I thought of that when I had the pool party down. Never mind. I've done it now. But this is another technique. This is another technique. I do believe it's just called smushing. So there we go. That can be put aside to dry, and that is for another day. But don't waste that ink. Don't waste that ink if you can help it. My paintbrush, I give it a clean. I always make sure they go back into shape before I put them away. And cover that water up before something terrible happens. There. Now I have this piece here, and I just want to give that a bit of a dry. So on low, on speed 1, and let's just give that a couple of seconds to be dry. Now it's watercolour paper, so it's meant to actually take water. So I can go from the back and then flip it over and go from the front again. Now this card was not in a catalogue. It's not even in the recipes. It's online, and if you go and look for the gorgeously made dies online, this card in a different form will come up. So there we go, we've got that. Now I want to tear the bottom of this. I just want it to look like a rough old piece of watercolour paper. So I'm just tearing that, and it's a bit tough going because it is quite thick. So I'm just tearing it like that. And I've tried deliberately to make it a bit wiggly. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to put this together now, and it really is a quick card, to be honest. So here's our card base. I'm going to pop this designer series paper on. This is the gorgeous A side, and this is the equally gorgeous B side. I loved it. When I saw that, I really loved that side as well. So, but you know, I say that about everything, but anyway. Okay, that's going on there like that. Little bit of a border. And there we go. That's on there. Now, I want to put the Lost Lagoon piece straight onto the basic black. So that's going on without any alteration. It's just going straight on there. I hope everybody's had a good week. My Sunday started out really great, and then technology came along and ruined that for me. But anyway, it turned out in the end. I am a bit of a technophobe, so it was a little bit scary for a little while there. Now I want to wrap some of our gorgeous linen thread around this. This is pretty close to what it was in the catalogue, and I've just wrapped that around a couple of times and tied that into a very nice, neat little bow. So let's see how I go, because I am bowly challenged. I like to tie it in a double knot first, that way it does not move, and then I can muck around with the making of the bow. There we go. So now I'm just going to make a bow. Oops, I did mention I was bowly challenged, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, so there we've got our little bow. There we go. You know what? I'm going to turn this upside down and do it again, and hopefully that'll be right side up. How's that? How's that for a bit of lateral thinking in the late afternoon? With no coffee. No coffee. I have had no coffee today, and I'm pretty sure I'm due for some. Okay, look at that. I don't know whether that's right way up now or not. It seemed to work. It seemed sensible and logical in theory, but you know what they say. Right. Let's just muck around with that for another 5. Okay, so that's on there now. I'm just going to trim that off. Now I have this beautiful, beautiful die cut that I want to put on here. Now this is not going to go straight. Neither of them are going to go straight. They're going to go like that. And then this, I wanted to give this a bit of a distress. So you just take your scissors, and I can't find my snips. I'm sure they're here somewhere, but I'm just going to roughen this up, and I'm just sort of gouging into that, just so that it looks a bit like somebody's actually torn this off. If you're a perfectionist, look away now. Like, if this really bothers you, I'm sorry, but there we go. Okay, so that looks a bit, and I'm going to kind of crease it up a little bit, just to make it look a bit, you know. And we might even do that with this end here. Give this a bit of a scrunch up, like it's been torn from a notebook or something. There we go. Now I want to put one bit going this way and the other going this way. This I will glue down, this I will prop up, and I think we're getting there, guys. So I'm going to glue this down. Now this would make also, I think, a really nice sympathy card. So I'm gluing this so that this side and this side are touching the edge, just like that. And I did have some sheets. Oops. No, I don't think I've got any left. Never mind, I'll just use this. Yeah, this is how I'm going to prop this up. Let's give these a bit of a scrunch up as well. Just so there's a bit of texture, a bit of movement on this piece. Yep, I'm liking it. Okay, dimensionals, some dimensionals, and I'm going to snip some of these off. Don't throw these bits out, whatever you do, because they just come in so handy, and they're just as good as the regular pieces. So yeah, don't throw those out, guys. So that's that. We might put some more, might put a bit in the middle here, just to really help support this. I'll put this bit down the middle. And I'm guessing that all the kids are back at school by now. I thought it was earlier in the week, but my sister's one granddaughter, who's in primary school, went back today, and the other one is in high school, and she doesn't go back until tomorrow. And then they have a weekend. When I was a girl, you know, it doesn't seem right. I'm sure we went to school and there were no teacher development days when I went to school. Although I'm sure the teachers need them. There's not enough money in the world for me to be a school teacher, I don't think. My daughter-in-law's a school teacher, so yeah, I've got no qualms about that, but gosh, we must have suffered severely as children. That's all I can say. Okay, so I'm just about ready to pop this on here. And this is going to go like this, a bit skewy, bit not even concerned about it. This is going to go on there, and this is going to go on there, and I'm just going to see where I'm going to be putting this. So I'm going to glue this down, but I want these bits unglued, and I might put a little bit of or maybe I'll put it under. Yeah, maybe I'll put it under That's nice. That's a good idea. Thanks, guys. Okay, so a little bit of glue on some of these areas. You don't need it a lot on a lot of areas. You just want to secure it, and this will well and truly secure it. So yeah, don't go too crazy with that glue, or you're going to have this stuff everywhere. So I'm just going to lift them up and pop that under there and try and get it where I wanted it, just like that, I think. So I've got a little bit of it hanging over, a little bit of it popping under, and then this is going to, I think I'll pop that up as well. What did I do with them? They were just here. Oh my goodness. Here they are. Stop looking, everyone. I found them. So just a bit of this on the back. And I'm pretty sure that's just about our card done. And there you go. You're a great friend. Now I want to put this straight. So I think that's straight. I think that's straight. There's our beautiful card. We're going to put our sentiment in here, but first I just thought I'd put a little bit of some of this scraps from the Lost Lagoon panel. Sorry, I just had a mental blank there. Did you go over to my Facebook page and try your hand at the trivia questions? Our trivia went back last night. We won. We won in a tiebreaker situation with 2 points to spare. So that's there. I'm just going to snip this off now and glue this into our card, and we are done. Like the dinner I'm going to not have to cook this evening. Any meal that you don't have to cook, as far as I'm concerned, is a good meal. So there we go. That is going inside our card. That is way too much glue on there. Ugh. And I hate doing that because now I've got glue all over me. Okay, that's going straight into our card. There is a lovely little border all the way around. And yeah, just a simple message on the front, a simple message on the inside, and we now have another piece of background watercolor paper that we can use on another card. So I can cut this down and make the same card, cut this down and make the same panel, and it'll be just as gorgeous. Look, please let me know what you think about that. I saw that, albeit it was a little bit different, but I just really loved the concept of this. It uses minimal things. It's got one piece of designer series paper, excuse me, and some of our Fluid 100 watercolor paper. Yeah, and I think that's a really lovely card. And as I said, that would make a really nice sympathy card as well. But yeah, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share this around and let me know what you think. I'm really interested to see what you think. I love it. I love these shades of blues and greens, and yeah, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you Sunday night. Take care, and yeah, keep crafting. Bye.